behind you. How we doing there, buddy? Crack,
Oh,
crack, crack.
it's going good.
Oh, there's that
Enjoying the
monster.
summer. All
I
right,
tell you,
I didn't
if
get a
there's
good
any
one this
drink that's
time.
as
When I sip, I don't have the M on the side.
oh, you gotta work on that, pal. That's the only way we're gonna get paid
I
is if
know,
we do
right?
that.
Well, I did go to Costco and got my 24 pack,
Attaboy.
you know.
Costco. God, I love Costco.
And then mom was in town on was it Sunday? Yeah, they stopped on the way home from the 4th up in Solon Springs.
Nice.
So they wanted to go to Sam's Club. Well, we don't have a membership from Sam's Club. They do.
Gotcha.
So I got the case of the American red, white, and blue.
Oh yeah.
So
Well, that's
I'm set
good,
a
man.
monster for a little bit.
I know. Just for like a couple days, I think, right? 1 or 2 days.
I'm supposed to be cutting back, but
Oh,
no one
please.
likes a quitter.
That's what I was gonna say, man. Who likes a quitter? Nobody, exactly.
Nobody.
Oh, I mean, if you talk about like any drink that tastes like summer, this is it right here.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we're back. Had a little bit of a break there. Got the hot new podcast out. We got some new stuff to talk about. Stuff to blow your mind.
You're mine.
You are not gonna believe the stuff we got for you today. So I'm ready if you are, Tara.
I'm ready. All right, let's get
Let's
into
do it.
dad hacks.
Oh
This week,
yeah.
I looked it up because, it is summer. I don't know about your kids, but my daughter loves bubbles.
Hmm. Yep.
Zip tie the bubble wand. So, not the bubble wand, the bubble bottle where the
Oh
bubbles
yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Somewhere that the kid can't dump it out, but can still dip it. Learn this after they dump the third one out in the living room carpet.
Ah. Yeah. Yeah, you know what the problem is with those two is that they're all like either they're just way too big for your kids to hold, or they get so damn slippery because of the bubbles that they slip and
Mm-hmm.
fall. And then by the time, you realize that it's fallen, on the ground, half the damn bubbles are out of the tube. So it's like, great, I just wasted all my bubbles for nothing.
Yeah, we get the big bottles to refill them and stuff, so we just zip tie it to like a post, I hammer into the ground, and we refill it. She dips it and goes. Or we have the ones where they're battery operated and they just blow and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
I looked that up and I'm like, there's got to be a trick or something because I'm getting sick of having bubbles dumped all over the place. Or they try to do it themselves and their
hmm,
coordination isn't quite there yet.
for sure. Yeah. I mean, it's a great idea too, right? Zip ties are simple. Put it on something, cut it off when it's done. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I like it. I'm gonna try it out, make it happen for sure.
Or even make a bubble station.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Now that
Then
you
they
have
have
two
that.
kids,
Yeah.
make like two different posts for them.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you'll learn like when you have two kids that they have to have the exact same thing all the time. They can't have anything different from each other, and it's just like great. But yeah, I know what you mean. Maybe we'll set up one big station and just fill it with bubbles and stuff, but who knows? Who knows? But all right. Cool, man. My dad hack is inspired by some news I got this week that Nintendo is re-releasing my one of my favorite video games of all time, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and
All
they're
right.
remaking it, and remaking it reborn is what they call it. And one of the things that you can try is if you want to play video games and you have kids, is what I call the player two illusion. And I've done this before on some of my cousins, but I've never done it with my kids. But you just basically you want to play a game, give your kid the other controller that's not plugged in and let them think that they're playing. And every so often be like, oh yeah, jump over there. And then you do it and you go, oh, well, you did it there. They'll never, I guess Yeah, Olivia will probably figure it out, but I'm talking like younger kids, 3 or younger.
Uh,
They won't figure it out at first. So
we've done that with Olivia because me and Blake play Fortnite a lot when he comes over because he's huge into Fortnite, and Paul's never been a video game guy,
right,
so Blake comes over and we play, and I have one that it's one of the old school. You actually have to plug it in and everything. It's not the
right.
So she plays with that one and she does, oh, I'm gonna jump this way or that way. So I make my character do that and stuff. So yeah, it is actually quite nice. But at the same time, the screen time thing again.
Yes, very true. But if you're playing games you like, and we're talking
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda here,
Oh God, yeah.
um, yeah, we got to do it. Try it out, and go from there. See what happens. Bippity boppity boom boom.
There we go.
All right.
All right, this next section is something we're gonna try that's new. I'll let Jerry take the lead on this about the poll question on our Instagram.
Yeah. So we talked about last time putting new polls up and kind of discussing what you think the reactions are or the results are. This week we had a quick poll. Maybe it wasn't put up in the right amount of time, but F you guys, we got kids and we're busy, so we'll do it as soon as this podcast is over. We'll put the new poll up. But last week we had who do you think will win the World Cup? Of course, been going on, and it's unfortunately the talk of the sports world. But we had to put up some. What do you think is going to happen now that we're kind of in that Sweet 16 side of things? Um, we had which team will win the World Cup? Of course, our choices were very simple: USA, USA, USA. Which, of course,
If
if you
you pick that
watched.
one, you're wrong.
You're wrong. They did lose to the
They could
fucking
not.
Belgians.
We have not beat Belgium since like the 80s
Yeah. I
or
mean, look like
something
a
like
bunch of
that. It's
fucking
ridiculous.
amateurs. Bunch of amateurs. I hate soccer, but still, I mean, 4-1? Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? Ugh. So, anyways, second choice, Argentina in parentheses. Don't cry for me, Argentina. That shitty Madonna song. And by the looks of it, they just won after being down 2 goals in the 79th minute. They were down 2 goals. They came back to win, defeated Egypt. They're on to the Elite Eight. Party on, Spain. Party on, Garth. Spain always a contender, looking real sharp right now. And then, of course, the final question or the final poll response: anybody but the French. Fuck those assholes, and I mean that sincerely. Fuck you, France. You've not done anything good for the world, and your soccer team is pretty damn good. But I hope they lose. I hope they lose in spectacular fashion, whether that's in the final four or in the championship game. So my money, I of course voted for anybody but the French, and I'm going to be personally rooting for Norway, who pulled off a stunning upset of Brazil behind the shoulders of the
The
golden boy
la
Erling
yeah.
Haaland. So
The
yeah,
last game is tonight at 3, Switzerland versus Colombia.
yeah,
I'm in Vancouver. Um, that's a tough one. I think I'm gonna go Colombia
yeah.
on that one. I also choose anyone but France, but I am also with you. I am I'm torn between Morocco and Norway.
I know. Well, I mean, both of those are good, underdog stories to root for, right? And the
But the
fact
thing
that
is,
they've done it.
Norway, 3 players on that team right now, their dads played like in the 70s.
That's right. Very true.
And the one guy, he scored 7 goals so far in in the whole World Cup this year.
Yeah.
Norway's scored 7 goals in their entire time they've been in the World Cup.
Yeah. That's amazing. They have
So
that Brazil, but they held Brazil to 1 goal. Brazil, I think, was the number 3 or 4
two or
team in the
three,
world.
because
And
I think which one call it
France is one and
Yeah.
Argentina's two, I think. And then I think maybe there's Spain or somebody else in there, but
But
or
it's
England, I
Norway,
think's up there
Norway
too.
versus England in Miami.
England looked like they were in a little bit of trouble last time they played Mexico. So,
Yeah,
uh, I don't know. It's a tough call.
this should be
Uh,
interesting.
I would have
I,
loved to see.
I think I'm gonna go and put some money on Norway on Keshi.
Okay, he's going for it. Love it. If I had to pick, man, who's remaining here? Let me see. Where's the damn bracket? Give me the fucking bracket. That's what I want. FIFA's website's fucking terrible, by the way. I mean, in addition to being
That's
the
why I just
worst,
go to Fox Sports.
yeah, I should have went somewhere
Yeah,
else.
Fox Sports. It's more easier
This,
to navigate. All right, quarterfinals. You got France and Morocco.
yep,
I think if
tough
Morocco
match.
beats France, I think Morocco's gonna make it to the finals.
I I would agree with you. I think they got the best path, especially if you knock out France.
Yeah,
That's the
you got
toughest game
France,
right
you
there.
got, and then you got Spain and Belgium.
I'm gonna take Spain in an ass kicking there.
Yeah,
Uh,
Norway and England.
that's the premier matchup. Whoever wins
Mm.
that, I think is going to the championship,
Yeah,
regardless of
and
how good
then
Argentina plays.
the other one is Argentina won, so it's Argentina versus Switzerland or Cumberland,
Colombia.
Colombia.
And let me tell you something. Colombia, they got a lot of what's that called? What's that stuff what's that really good training stuff that
Snowman.
they got? I'd
But the
love to
thing
see
I
that.
also saw that this is going to be the last World Cup Messi's going to be in.
True. True. And now after that victory, man, I think he's believing that they can win it all, and they sure shit can. They're the
Yeah.
defending champs. It's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough. England and Norway are probably whoever wins that bracket is winning the whole thing. It's either going to be Norway, England, or Argentina. I think whoever I'm putting it out there. I hope Morocco
Yeah.
beats France and Spain again, Belgium. I don't know, Spain and France. That's a deadly combo too. So I don't know,
Yeah.
but you know, does any of this really matter? No, because soccer's gay. We said it
No,
before.
exactly.
Oh
I was
yeah,
looking at it. So you have the Summer Olympics, the Winter Olympics,
yeah,
Men's World Cup, and then you have Females World Cup.
yes,
Those are the every 4 years.
correct. So
So,
every 2 years we get one of those.
um,
And what do we get next year? Oh yeah, the Women's World Cup, which cool. Go for the
yeah.
women. The
All
USA
right.
actually wins that one. So
All
USA
right.
actually wins that one. So yeah, what do we got? Moving on. Moving.
Fun facts, gentlemen.
I love fun and I love facts, and this is exactly why I'm here.
I found out the coolest thing. It's like, I personally think this is like the coolest fun fact I've learned.
Okay.
When squirrels fall, they land like superheroes.
That's a good point.
I'm like, dude, that is awesome. I hate squirrels because they keep destroying my damn bird feeders, but I'm like,
Right.
dude, that's awesome.
That's amazing. Yeah, they do, don't they? They're like fucking Captain America out there or Iron Man. And they're just like, yes, on to the next. You can't defeat me. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. Going on to George Washington's farewell party.
Ah, I heard it was a
The bar
doozy.
tab of 1787. Founding fathers drank 54 bottles of Moldine, 60 bottles of Charlotte, 8 bottles of whiskey, 22 bottles of porter, 8 bottles of hard cider, 12 12 of beer, 7 bowls of alcoholic punch, and there were only 55 attendees.
Yikes. That is a shit ton of alcohol right there. And I think we
Right?
are in all agreement. It was John Adams. That son of a bitch was the one who drank it all. No, yeah, that's
Exactly.
crazy, dude. Just crazy. You know what else I can't even imagine? Like being back, in a day when, drinking, when I did drink, but like I would like a lot of those drinks chilled. And if you're back in the 1700s, you have no way of chilling that stuff.
A lot of that was room temperature.
Yeah. I don't know if I can drink that,
Oh, hold
man.
on. Let's see. Let me go something quick. When was ice available for drinks?
Well, Willis Carrier is the one who invented modern day refrigeration, and that wasn't until the late 1800s, I want to say. So, no, maybe that was the early 1900s. Yeah, okay. So he invented
18. Okay, according to this in the United States, Frederick Tudor, the Ice King,
Oh yeah.
1806, 1830s to 1840s. It was for the it became cheaper, and U.S. bartenders placing chunks of ice in cocktails, giving the birth to the modern on the rocks. So they
Wow.
were drinking it room temperature, and I don't know if anybody knows drinking room temperature alcohol gets you drunker.
Yeah. Interesting.
That's why
Yeah.
I like when I drank. I liked my
Huh.
whiskey room temperature.
Hmm. Well, I'll be damned. You learn
Dude, that's
something
just
new every day.
crazy. That amount of alcohol for 55 people.
55 guys. Imagine what the blood alcohol concentration was of those guys. They
Right?
were like point 0.3, point 0.4 probably. And then they still
Just
wrote the
I
fucking
thought you,
Constitution.
me, and Rhodesy, the amount of alcohol we drank when us three are together was
Oh my
bad.
God. Or that time you, me, Sean, and whoever Sean's friend was, we filled up that children's pool with hand grenades.
Mickey's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You couldn't see the bottom of the pool. It was just covered in Mickey's hand
It took
grenades.
all four of us to take care of that to the dumpster.
Yeah, I know that was awesome. But I mean, so that was just us four. I mean, that's a shit ton of alcohol, man. But you know what? They had a good reason to celebrate. Those damn British, they can go fuck themselves. It was a
Yeah.
victory. So yeah, cool, man.
All right, last one. State fact.
Yep.
State law.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
In
Yep.
AR, Kansas, in Arkansas,
Arkansas.
you can get punished up to $1,000 and a week in jail for mispronouncing the state's name.
Ha! Really? No kidding. Okay.
I don't know how strict they are on that, but I thought that was funny.
Yeah. You know what's weird? Okay. Kansas, Kansas, is in the name Arkansas. Okay, and you pronounce Kansas, Kansas. You don't pronounce it Kansas. So I could see how people could mess that up and say
Hmm.
Arkansas, especially those Europeans who are, invading our country right now due to the World Cup. But by the yeah, I mean, it is weird. Like, but
Yeah.
I would make that a state law too. If you can't pronounce, like, Wisconsin has a lot of weird pronunciation. Like where I live, Waukesha. When I worked at CBRE and I was working with people around the country, they would always say Waukesha, and I'd be like, it's Waukesha, you son of a bitch.
Or
So
what was the one thing that was going around for a while?
what are you
If you
talking about?
can't pronounce these 10 cities, you're not a true Wisconsinite.
Yeah, yep, yep, yep,
And then
exactly.
some of the names they brought, I'm like, dude, no, that's Wausau.
Yeah. Wausau, Manitowoc is another one that people
Uh,
mess up all the time. I mean, come on. So I'm in agreement with that law. I like
I
that. You
am
know what?
too.
Yeah. You're gonna be in our state, you pronounce our shit the way we want it pronounced.
Yeah.
Okay? Boom.
All right. On to Monster Smash!
Monster Smash! What do we got this week? What are we smashing?
Battle of Hamburger Hill.
Great movie and a great battle.
Yes, it is. The Battle of Hamburger Hill was a 10-day battle, May 10th to the 20th of 1969, during the Vietnam War. In the Shu Valley, U.S. and South Vietnamese forces repeatedly attacked the hill. 937, which was defended by the People's Army of Vietnam. After heavy fighting, they captured the hill but abandoned it a few weeks later because it was a little strategic value. The battle became a symbol of the war's high human costs and sparked criticism of the U.S. military strategy.
Hmm. Yeah, this is so very, very big one. Technically a US victory here. Looking at the casualties, 72 dead for the US, 633 for the NVA, which would be the Viet Cong. Or sorry, North Vietnamese, not Viet Cong. Yeah. So pretty big one. Again, this was a big battle. Fundamentally changed U.S. policy because of the intense media coverage and public
Mm-hmm.
outrage over losing dozens of lives for a hill that was immediately abandoned and caused the strategic pivot in military defense. Now, uh, yeah. So again, if you've seen the movie, you kind of you know what this is like, man. It was really
Yeah.
brutal, very, very crazy war. Very, very small area, geographical area, dense jungle. Um, huge thing here. So we got to go from the uh, perspective of the Vietnamese, the NVA. If they had Monster, well, this is a tough one because I don't think in my opinion, I don't think it changes because you look at the whole Vietnam War as a whole, and the Vietnamese knew that territory. It was guerrilla jungle warfare,
Mm-hmm.
and in this case, I think U.S. strategy was just really, in this case, just way more. It was like a war of attrition, right? Just overwhelming firepower, and just boom, 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 and we're not going to give up. So I'm still taking the U.S. in this one, man. Just me, but I like to hear your perspective.
I think the same thing, it's what were do you have the numbers on verses?
Oh
Like
yeah,
1,000
versus.
to
Um, Hold on. That's why I love Gemini and Grok, man. You can just ask him these questions.
mm-hmm.
All right, so United States, in collaboration with the South Vietnamese, they had about 3,000 to 4,000.
Okay.
NVA had about 1,200 to 1,500. So about a 2-to-1 difference, two and a half to one difference in forces. So that again makes me kind of think, you're outnumbered, NBA. I mean, I still think, when
Mm-hmm.
you're outnumbered that
It,
much,
it comes back to the numbers. I mean,
yeah,
yeah, the US still takes it.
right. I, you know,
Maybe not as many casualties on our end, but
maybe they last longer, the
yeah.
Vietnamese, because it was really deeply fortified. They had those bunkers, that was the other thing that
And they
was
had
really crazy.
those tunnels too on that
The
mountain.
tunnels, yep, the tunnel system really kind of leveled the playing field. But I mean, when you're dealing with that big of and again, U.S. had heavier artillery, they had airstrike abilities. Sorry,
Because in May, from what I remember hearing from veterans from the Vietnam era and from like the movie and like the
Mhm.
mini series and stuff on history, it was a very clear week.
Yeah,
10
Yep.
days. So it's not, we're not talking about the Battle of the Bulge where you can't see 2 feet in front of your face,
Yep.
you know. Um, I don't
Yeah.
think
Again,
this changes much. It might last a little bit longer. There might be more deaths when it comes to it, but like just a 10-day battle and we only stayed there for a few weeks though.
it is weird. It's weird because, yeah, you're right. You went through all that shit and you didn't hold it for a long time. And again, from what I understand reading about this, this hill was very important because it was kind of right on the border with Laos, where they could kind of run their supplies. Because if you remember, Vietnamese, they would kind of use Laos to sneak in some of the North Vietnamese would sneak in some of their stuff
Mm-hmm.
through Laos. And so again, you might want to think like, okay, I might want to stop that shit from happening. So maybe we stay on this hill a little
And you
longer until
always and you always whoever has a high point always wins.
exactly,
And
especially in the
I've
jungle.
heard stories and stuff and that we actually had some battles in Laos.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. That if you ever get a chance, there's that I think it's a 4-part series on Netflix about the Vietnam War, Turning Point Vietnam
Mm-hmm.
War. Highly recommend it. One of the best.
Or if you ever get
Just
the time to sit down with an old Vietnam vet, sit down and talk to them.
yeah, you're talking just one of the most pivotal timelines in our lives. Well, I mean, it affected our lives because, I had two uncles serve in Vietnam.
My
My dad got
grandfather,
drafted. My dad got drafted, but then he got in a car accident literally 2 weeks before he was supposed to ship out. Now,
uh,
whether or not that was on purpose, we don't. I have no idea.
yeah.
But
I know,
so
my grandfather and his brother were in Vietnam, so.
yeah. Big thing, man. And it's two different
Mm.
phases. Like you had like in the early 60s, it was kind of a standard conflict, and then in the 70s when Nixon got involved, it
Mm-hmm.
turned into a complete shit
The
show.
Vietnam changed how war was viewed as a civilian,
Oh yeah,
too.
big time. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with Team USA on this one.
Yeah, Team USA on this one. All right.
Alrighty.
On All right.
Alrighty.
On to sports.
Sports. Kind of got the World Cup covered there. What else we
Yeah.
got going on?
What the hell happened to Miz?
I was at that game, dude, and I gotta tell you, I think it's the Heat. That was one of the hottest fucking games I've ever been to in my life. And I went to games in Texas when Arlington Stadium or whatever that was outside and not the dead heat of Texas winter or summer
Mm-hmm.
times. And
Yeah.
this was still hot. It was humid. I think he just got hot and just tired,
Yeah.
and I don't know.
They were talking that maybe the coaches told him he's got to slow down on throwing the heaters.
I've heard that too, you know. But that's who he
Because it's the
is, though.
fourth, because we're about, I think, if I'm not mistaken, next week is the
All-Star game.
All-Star break, so that's halfway.
Hmm.
So we're gonna be probably talking about trades coming up and everything.
Yeah, and let's see if they could pull this shit off, man. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I again. So here's why. Woodruff came back. He looked good, and then all of a sudden now he's back on the IL with some kind of shoulder injury. That same shoulder thing. Meanwhile, our team has never been hotter with the in terms of outfielding. I mean, our infield is the
Mm-hmm.
best damn infield in the fucking league, and
Yeah.
you need that pitching. And I'm hoping they make a deal for Skubal, man. That would be amazing. That's what's going to put him over the top here coming in. So, and again, you
And
never
if
know
we get
what's going
Scuba,
to happen.
I honestly think we're gonna make a deep run.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I think it's World Series with Google for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And they got to just pull the trigger, man. See, like, here's the thing, though. My buddy Kyle brought up another interesting point, right? If you're the owner of the Milwaukee Brewers, Mark Antanasio, right? Do you want to go and trade all these valuable assets and go win a World Series this year? Or do you just want to be really good, but never a World Series contender every year? You know, because who's to say that if we give up assets to get Skubal, we win the World Series this year, but then like the next 5 years we're mediocre and we miss the playoffs. Whereas now we've won the division, 7 out of the last 8 years. People are coming to the games. The people are sitting in the stands, and from a business standpoint,
Business standpoint, because isn't with the baseball, the more people you get, the more money you have, the more you can spend on players.
right? Because there's no salary cap.
There's no salary cap,
Yep,
and get us out of the small market team.
correct. Yeah.
Um,
So I don't
I
know.
would pull the trigger and say I'm gonna win right now.
That's what I think, man. Because I think people, especially in Wisconsin, fans are going to come to your games no matter if you're losing or
Oh yeah,
winning.
definitely. When it comes to Wisconsin sports, we are diehard. No matter if
Yep.
we've only won if we're under 500 at the end of the season, we've only won what 60 games or whatever
Yep.
under 500 is.
And people still go. People
Yeah.
will always still go. So I gotta say, man, I'm in your wheelhouse. We got to pull the trigger. We got to get something in here
Yeah.
because until we can do something big, the Dodgers are just going to dominate the NL, unfortunately.
Hmm.
So might as well. But what else we got in sports? Yeah.
Um, Sounds more than like Aaron Donald might be coming back.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We've talked about this so many times, man. This guy, hand him the World Series. That is
Just
the
give us
sickest.
just give us the World Series, baby. I'll
Just
take
give
it.
it. Yeah. I mean, come on, man.
But at the
Mm,
same time, you have this powerhouse defense. Is that going to be a bad mix?
no. No.
You're either going to be one way or the other, you know.
Right. I think it's a done deal. Maybe the best defense of all time if he comes back. So
Hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, yeah. What else we got? Or what else?
Nothing major. July 11th. McGregor's fighting.
That's right. I have a wedding, so I will not be able to see it. So you'll have to tell me all about it. After how many year absence has it been? When was his last fight? three
I'm
years
not
ago? I don't
sure.
know. But I mean, you never know. The guy's in incredible shape all the time, and when he's on, he's on. He's one of
Hmm.
the best ever. So we'll see. But you know, this is okay. Wow, first fight in 5 years since he broke his
Because it's
leg.
against Holland, right?
Uh, is it? I don't know who it's against. I thought it
It's his
was.
second fight against him.
Oh, Holloway. Yeah, yeah,
Holloway.
that's who it is. Yep, yep, yep. Correct.
It should be a good fight. And I love it. Like I said, now the active fighters right now, he's my favorite UFC fighter.
For sure. Yeah, yeah. So this will be good. You'll have to tell me about it. Let me know what you think.
Will do. All right, on to what happened.
Yeah. Well, this week, man, we're gonna go with another drink, a delicious drink, which I personally drank. Oh God, I don't know. When at its peak, Surge Cola soda.
Easily, me and my brothers will get a 12 pack in a day.
Dude, I would drink at its so this okay, Surge, for those who do not know, Coca-Cola came out with Surge in 1997. Terry and I were in the fourth grade at the time. It's a citrusy soda. It's kind of Coke's answer for Mountain Dew, except Surge, if you remember, had more caffeine. It was just like, hey, you're Mountain Dew, we're Mountain Dew on crack kind of thing. Um, it was a green soda, just delicious green. Oh my God, it was so good, man. I pounded one of these every day at lunchtime. Um, so again, Coca-Cola came out with Surge 1997. It was discontinued in 2003. It's had a couple pop-ups every once in a while with, like those Coca-Cola freestyle machines uh, through McDonald's and Burger King. But other than that, yeah, it's kind of gone, man. And this thing was, man, this was a very popular soda. I don't know why the hell they ever got rid of it to begin with.
Well,
Everybody
yeah,
drinks Surge.
and even the commercials too, I don't know if you remember, but when we lived in a trailer park, we get a heavy rainstorm and we'd have a big pool in the backyard because the drainage sucked there.
Yeah.
And we'd put surge can at the other end, and all of us would race to the other end to grab the last can.
Oh yeah.
Even some of those commercials, dude, it was like,
It was Mountain Dew for our generation, man, and it
well,
was
yeah, I mean,
good.
even when it first came out, dude, they had to take it off to bring it back because of the nutrition in it, or
Right.
the nutrition everything, because it was so much sugar in the damn drink.
Oh, I know, but it was so good, man. It was,
Yes, it was.
and the reason I guess is that it was kind of discontinued was Coke kind of got a lot of blowback, for it being, really high levels of caffeine and sugar. And what ended up happening, believe it or not, a lot of schools in Wisconsin, and I did not know this, this is in my research, banned having Surge soda in their school. There was legislation passed in 2001 to ban Surge Cola or Surge soda. And the negative backlash for like the high levels of caffeine and sugar, even though it didn't have that much more caffeine than Mountain Dew and it didn't have that much more sugar than Mellow Yellow, which at the time was the highest sugar. So it was just like all this negative press kind of, you know, killed it. And the reality was it was selling really good, but Coke is just like, shit. Yeah, we can't have this bad marketing, and then boom, out. So yeah,
So basically, Surge was pre-energy drinks then,
yeah, kind of was,
almost.
man. Yeah, it was like that extreme cola, that extreme
Yeah.
drink. And unfortunately, a lot of other companies like, Monster, Rockstar, Red Bull, they kind of copied Surge's, style. It
hmm
was like not like a brand, but it was like a way of life, like Surge, yeah,
hmm
Surge. And
I know.
they
I
kind of
I
took that.
remember I would used to drink a couple of those before like games and stuff.
Oh. Ah. Oh, so good.
Yeah,
But
it was so good. I mean, kind of think about it. Yeah, we'd kill them off, and no wonder I'd sleep good that night.
yeah.
That
So
heavy crash at the end.
here's the thing. 56 grams of sugar. Okay, Mellow Yellow was 54. Not that much higher.
No,
69, 69 milligrams of caffeine per can. Okay, Mountain Dew had 54. We're not talking a
so
massive
you're
amount.
not like you're not going up too much. I mean, how much?
Right.
Like, okay, White Monster, it's like 150 or 160 per can.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
some of these Alani's my wife drinks. It's 200 milligrams.
yeah. That's like a cup of
But I mean,
coffee.
they're
It's
big. I
less
mean,
than
they're
coffee.
bigger cans. They're not the 12-ounce cans Surge came into, but
Right.
it's just a little bit more added than the Mountain Dew or Mellow Yellow. The
Hmm.
one that we're known for the high caffeine.
Yeah. So, anyways, so if you want Surge, it is still around internationally at Burger King restaurants around the world in the Coca-Cola Freestyle machine.
I
That's
was
the
gonna
only way
say,
to
yeah,
get
I
it.
think Burger King's the only place because when I'm tasting burger death, because Burger King just tears my system up. I get a surge every time we go to Burger King.
Yep. So,
No
anyways,
matter what I eat at Burger King, my system gets destroyed.
this is a fact. Very true, my friend. So, anyways, Surge Soda. Great
Surge
soda.
soda.
So, yeah. Mm.
And it actually tasted decent.
Oh, yeah, it was fantastic tasting. I miss
I
Surge.
think if I had this, it was more like a mixture between Sprite and Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I believe that.
If would have to say what it tasted like.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to do a new section. We're going to give this a try. It's a movie song. It's a movie song review. So we're going to choose a
Yep.
movie or song to review. This week, I have not seen this movie. Um, my daughter's not of the age and she hasn't seen any of these movies yet. Eventually we will, but we are talking about Toy Story 5.
Yes,
Me
we are.
personally, I've only seen Toy Story 1 and 2. So I'm a little bit
Oh,
behind.
okay. All right. Well, I will be reviewing it since I did see it. I have seen all of them. Um, so again, if you've seen the Toy Story movies, they're amazing. Pixar gives full effort to everything that they do. The issue I had with this movie is that, like Toy Story 4, it really wasn't necessary. If you've seen Toy Story 1, 2, and 3, it may be the most perfect trilogy in the history of movies. It wraps up amazingly in Toy Story 3. It's the most satisfying ending to a movie ever. And it concludes the chapter and you're like, this is it. Done. I'm at peace. Then came Toy Story 4 and you're like, well, what the hell? And now, Toy Story 4 kind of wrapped up where, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, it's been like 8 years. Go fucking see it. Uh, Woody becomes a rogue toy and he goes and he doesn't have an ownerless toy, and whereas Buzz stays behind with Bonnie. And uh now it's like, okay, you're like, oh, well, okay, where can you go with that? It has a good concept, right? It has the concept that kids today are more addicted to technological toys like iPads and tablets. Great story, great execution, but this fucking thing was not necessary. I don't get it. Like, like they're just fucking milking people for cash now. It had funny moments. It had great guest appearances. I liked Conan O'Brien as the voice of the toilet paper guy, but it just wasn't necessary, man. Like, and like that's the thing. You got to let kids just, have closure. Just be like, that's great. You know what I mean? Like, how many movie sequels out there for movies that we saw as kids or we loved to have seen sequels for, but they just didn't happen, right? But
Hmm.
now it's like everybody today is like, oh yeah, you gotta fucking, have sequel, and everybody has to, have movies constantly. We have to keep telling the story, even if there's no story to be told.
Yeah.
So overall, the movie itself, I'll give it like a 90 out of 100. Great story, very funny, had good moments in it. But it wasn't necessary. I'm sorry. It just wasn't. So,
Yeah.
anyways, it's my 2 cents on it. So, if it's worth seeing if you're a Toy Story fan for sure. But again, come on. Did we need it? No. It's like, Dumb and Dumber is one of my favorite movies of all time. I think it ended perfectly. I never thought that there should have been a sequel. Then came a sequel, and yeah, it was good. It was funny. It had its moments, but it wasn't necessary. So, again,
Yeah.
that's my 2 cents on the matter. So,
Mm.
anyways, all right. Let me know what you think.
Right. It is time. It is time.
Yes, it is, Terry. For the one and only. The often duplicated, but never, ever exceeded the greatest countdown of all time. It's the final
Final
countdown.
countdown. Do-do-do-do.
Yeah, baby.
We're
Good
doing the top
countdown this week.
reboots.
Reboots, remakes, everything. Let's do it.
All right, my
Jumping
number
in.
5. I'm doing a mixture between
Next.
movie
Oh
and
boy.
TV show.
Okay, what is it?
Evil Dead.
Oh, okay,
I'm mixing it
okay.
up. I like the Evil Dead TV shows because they brought back Ash.
Always,
And the
always.
Evil Dead movie, it was actually I enjoyed it because the CGI and everything was much better than when it first came out.
Yes, that's true. Very true. There is a new
So
one coming out. Did you see that?
I did see that. I have not. I saw that it's coming out, but I don't know any more info on it.
Evil Dead Burn. So, yeah, so there's been three new movies since the reboot. There was the original reboot in 2013. Then there was
Hmm.
Evil Dead Rise, and then now there's Evil Dead Burn. And I agree with you, man. Yeah, these are great remakes. They're really
Because
they
you
really
need that. I think it's just because of the CGI keeps getting better.
yeah. And it allows you to really dive into that fear, and
Hmm.
again, no Bruce Campbell, right? Because he's not in these, but still fantastic. And then Ash versus Evil Dead was a fantastic show, of
Yeah.
course.
I mean,
But
nothing's
yeah,
gonna beat Ash's original in the TV shows. He made. I personally think he made them.
he was great, dude. He brought that sense of comedy and the hero-ness of it.
Hmm.
But uh I still liked the I've seen the two Evil Dead and Evil Dead Rise.
Yep.
Scared
I've seen
scared the
those
fuck
two.
out of me.
I, I think that's one of those movies where the CGI made it better.
Yeah. Yep. I would definitely agree with you on that, man. Um so let's see. For my number 5, we're going to the West. Out West, I'm talking, of course, True Grit. Remake of the John Wayne classic. This one had Matt Damon and Jeff Bridges, and a very young Haley. What's her face? Josh Allen's wife, Haley Steinfeld.
Yep.
Stayed true to the original, but added some different stuff. Good acting performance. Like you can never top John Wayne. Let's just be honest, as Rooster Cogburn, but it lived up to the hype.
It
A
was
big fan.
it was a good movie, but I'm sorry, I'm a diehard John Wayne fan. Anything
I know
remade
you are.
by John,
Uh,
any remakes of John Wayne movie, just it doesn't.
I hear you. No, and you make a valid point, but in this one, I like it. So, hey, also going back to Evil Dead quick. So, Evil Dead Burn is coming out on July 10th. Oh, on Friday. On Friday, nonetheless. There's actually another movie that's already been greenlit called Evil Dead Wrath, which will be the sequel to Evil Dead Burn. So, there you go.
There you go.
But yeah, okay. So yeah, True Grit. Number 4. I don't know if you would have seen this movie, but I certainly did. A remake starring Nicole Kidman and what's his Colin? Oh God, Colin, the Irish dude, Colin.
Farrell.
Farrell. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Beguiled. If you've ever
No,
seen that movie, it takes
I
place
did not.
during the Revolutionary War. Um, Fantastic movie, or sorry, Civil War. Uh, Much more better acting in this one. Better storytelling. Loved it. Beguiled.
Okay.
I know you probably haven't seen it.
No, no, it does not sound familiar. I'd have to check it out.
uh,
All right,
yeah, and
my
so
number four is Mad Max Fury Road.
whoa, whoa. Okay, defend.
I mean, okay, I like the original. Like, I'm gonna go again. This was CGI.
Oh, well, okay,
You know,
but
there's no beating
okay.
Mel Gibson and everything, but I do like Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron.
I'm in agreement with you, but was it better?
I personally thought it was better. I think it just, I don't,
You think so, huh?
I think so.
Okay. I love Tom Hardy. I think he's a fantastic actor, but I don't think that he captured the Mad Max spirit that we needed to have. But okay, I'll give it to you. I will agree with you. And yeah, okay, fair enough. All right, I'll I'm not going to debate you, sir,
All right,
but I will tell you my number three. You're going to like. Are you ready for it?
all right.
J.J. Abrams rebooting Star Trek. Uh,
Yep.
the like Star Trek Beyond, Star Trek Into Darkness, fucking amazing movies, man.
Mm-hmm.
He took that, which was already one of the most popular, movie series out there, and he just made it even fucking better. He put in
Yeah.
Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto as Kirk and Spock, and they just dominated. And the stories were fantastic. The
Yeah, they
the the,
were.
the CGI was better for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Star Trek, baby. I can tell you, man. And then you put in Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan. Fucking A, man.
And then
Loved him.
whatchamacallit as Spock's love interest. Oh my God.
Uhura. Yeah, what's her
Uhura,
face?
Zoe.
Zoe God damn, what was her name? Saldana? Zoe Saldana. Yeah.
Yeah, because she also played Gamora and
She was Gamora. Yeah,
yeah.
that's what's confusing too, man. She's been in a lot of these
Oh yeah, she's
movies.
and then she was in the movie The Losers and everything.
Yep. But yeah, she's Uhura.
Yeah,
You
I
had
mean, yeah,
Simon
he
Pegg
did a
as
really good job.
Scotty.
I honestly, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, you should have, man. I
I might
know
have
because you're
changed.
a
I'm
Trekkie.
gonna change. I'm gonna take number four out and put that as Star Trek.
I love it.
There we go. All
All
right,
right, what
my
you got
number
three?
three. I'm going with Godzilla.
Oh yes. Okay.
My
Okay.
personal favorite was '98 with Matthew Broderick in Madison Square Garden. I mean, Godzilla movies, just in general, I love all Godzilla movies. That's one of my
Yes, yes.
favorite monster movies. You know, even back when, what, the 50s, 60s, when it first
Yep,
started or
yep.
whenever, you know, and they've made plenty of Godzilla movies, but for some reason, '98 with Matthew Broderick was like my favorite.
Sure. Yeah, great movies. And then like the one they did in 2014, kind of redoing them again. Yeah, just great movie. Yeah, absolutely. The
And
way
that's
that they can do
another
them now.
movie that it gets better with how amazing CGI gets.
Yes. But yep, for sure.
I
And
mean, when the
nothing
first one came out, I watched the first one black and white. I mean, you could definitely tell.
those crazy
It was like a
Japanese.
big, like 3 foot or 4 foot man or whatever doll going through this thing on a table compared to now, you know.
Right. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, CGI definitely helps, and it doesn't in those movies. It doesn't make the whole movie like you know what I mean. Like what the Star Wars, like the George Lucas Star Wars episodes 1, 2, and 3, where 90 fucking 5% of the movie is CGI.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the case in these, and so that's why it's good. So, yeah, I
Yeah.
like it. I like it. Good one.
My
Uh,
number two, I am
yeah.
going with the Ocean's 11.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, don't get me wrong. I love the 1960s Ocean 11 with the Rat Pack
Yes.
and Joey Bishop. You know, they had a star-studded cast back then. But I do like the remake with George Clooney,
Brad Pitt,
Brad Pitt, Matt Damon.
the whole bunch of yeah, I
You
agree
know,
with
it
you
was
there.
just one of those where it was top names at the time. I mean, I would be all right if they remade it with top actors of today.
Right. Just keep it going as like a new brand of
Yeah.
guys. Yeah. I like it.
I mean, it kept with the storyline and everything, but it was dealing with the new top actors and also with the technology of that time.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I like it. Uh and they had all three of them were pretty good. Ocean's 12, Ocean's 13. I liked them.
Have you ever
And
watched the Oceans with the Women?
8, no, haven't.
Was it eight? Yeah, I watched it. It wasn't too bad. I mean,
It was Rihanna, right? If I remember.
yeah, Rihanna,
Who else is in that? Uh Sandra Bullock. Duh.
yeah, Sandra
Duh.
Bullock was the main
Yep.
one. She was
That's
Annie.
it. Yep. I forgot about that. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, I haven't seen it, heard about it, thought it was pretty good.
It wasn't
Maybe I'll
too
check it
bad.
out.
I mean, it was not, it was better than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be another Ghostbusters female one.
Mhm.
I was gonna
Yeah,
be
that
stupid.
that was not good.
No.
That was not good. In fact, we should have a worse remake reboot
Yeah, we
on
should
that,
do
and
that.
that I would put on there as
Yeah, definitely.
Ghostbusters for sure.
I mean, I
uh,
get it and everything, but
it dropped the ball. It could have been
yeah,
way
it
better,
dropped the ball on that one. They could have done a better job.
for sure.
All right, what was your
Um,
two?
Number two, man, we're going science fiction again. Are you ready?
All right.
Frank Herbert's Dune. I don't know if you've ever followed Dune, but the original 1984 movie was one of the biggest piles of horse shit I've ever
I've
seen in my
only seen
entire
that one. I
life.
have not seen the new one yet.
The new ones are phenomenal. Timothy Chalamet, what's her face?
I was gonna say,
Zendaya, um,
yep. Zendaya,
fucking
isn't she the one that
amazing.
played the love interest in the new Spider-Man?
Yep, she's
All right,
MJ.
yep. Yep.
And dude, it's just so like it's one of those like with King Kong, great special effects, but also great non-special effects, man. You
Mm-hmm.
get Jason Momoa, you got Bautista in there, uh, Austin Butler, the guy who played Elvis, so good, man. And it was more along the lines of what the actual book was too.
Yeah.
So, Dune, baby. I was very happy with it. And then Dune Part Two blew me out of the water. So dang good.
I've seen clips from like on Facebook Shorts and TikTok and
Yeah,
everything. I haven't sat down and watched the new Dunes, but I watched the
yeah.
originals, which yeah, they were stupid. It
Big
didn't
pile
do
of shit.
any good for the books.
Yeah. Well, and you know what the thing was about the original Dune is that the David Lynch, who's a fantastic director, he took his name off of the actual thing, and it because he was so pissed off at how the studio re-edited his version. So like, yeah, he directed the original movie, but
Mm-hmm.
um, it sucked. So
It did.
yeah. Um, all right. Well, number one, and it's number one by a long shot for me. And I've seen this movie so many damn times. It's one of my all-time favorites. The acting, the directing, the music. I am talking about 2018's A Star is Born, Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga, fucking phenomenal. I'll just leave it at that, man. Just leave it at that. That movie is so damn good. Has everything. Dave Chappelle's amazing in it. Andrew Dice Clay. I mean, fucking, it's too good, you know. So call me a softie, man. I liked it though. Ah,
It was a good movie. I forgot it was a remake.
yeah. Yeah, that's the third remake of it. So,
Really?
oh yeah, there was one in the very first one. I think was in the 50s or 60s. So
Oh, didn't know that.
yeah, what you got number one?
Red Dawn.
Oh, really? Defend it. Let's go. I want to hear.
I mean, I'm not taking anything away from the original. The original was amazing. It's in my top 10 favorite movies of all time.
Okay.
But the remake, they did very well with the storyline and with them bringing it to the time period.
I
And
Yeah.
with instead of being the Russians, it was the North Koreans. So dealing with what our current enemy is, and they did not stray away from the storyline.
Yeah. So
And the cast, well, they did a great job on the cast. I mean, look at
yeah,
um,
Chris
uh,
Hemsworth,
Chris
Drake,
Hemsworth.
Josh
They had
Peck,
um, um, the the adult, the army guy, Jeffrey D. Morgan.
Jeffrey
I'm a
Dean
huge
Morgan.
Jeffrey D. Morgan fan, you
Yep.
know. So, they did not.
All right. I I'm very torn about this movie. Um, I think cast yeah. So Josh Hutcherson's in it too from the Hunger Games.
Mhm.
Adriana Palicki the from what was she on Friday Night Lights?
Yep.
Um, yeah, I will give it to you. It's probably more realistic of what could happen, right?
Yeah.
Um, it was really nicely paced. I think what kind of threw me off is uh I just can't picture Josh Peck as like the leader of this. You know what I mean? Because I look at him from Drake and Josh, the big
Yeah.
fat chubby boy, but maybe that's why it works is because he's not supposed to be the leader of this. Chris Hemsworth was, and then he got killed,
Oh, yeah.
right? Maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but I
You could be looking at it wrong too, but like I said, it didn't take away from the original. And it was because when Red Dawn came out, look at when it came out. That's what they were dealing with,
right during the height of the Cold War.
the
Yep,
Cold War.
yep.
And then when it came out during our time, our biggest one is North Korea,
It's
So,
true.
but and then with Josh, is this the movie? I don't know. I haven't really, I mean, he's not one of my favorite actors, so I don't really follow him much.
Yeah.
But has he gotten into more serious? Oh, he was in Beekeeper.
Oh yeah, with
He was the bad
Statham.
guy in Beekeeper in the
Yep,
first
yep.
one. So is this the one that took him off going from being the fat chubby kid to being in more serious roles? You know,
Right.
because
You
you got a
know,
lot of actors out there, they are typecasted.
for sure. Oh yeah, 100% true. And this guy, yeah. it was kind of the jump off point. He kind of became, he went from being child actor to becoming more of a serious actor.
Mm-hmm.
And he was an Oppenheimer, for fuck's sake, that's how.
Was he?
Yeah, Kenneth Bainbridge, I believe, is who he was, Dr. Kenneth Bainbridge. Um, but
I'd have to
again,
rewatch it and look.
it was, I don't know, man. I'm torn on that one. I love that movie, but was it better? I don't know. I just don't know. I can't for
I'm
say.
not saying it was better, but it was a very good reboot.
I I mean, you're talking me into it, right? I mean, like, look at the opening sequence, right? Or sorry, not the opening sequence. Like, right when the invasion happened, it was right in the morning. They're getting out of bed, jumping in the car, or jumping in the
Hung
truck and getting the
over
fuck out
because
of
they
there.
were at the bar after the game.
Yeah, yeah. Also, Mark Schlereth. Do you remember Mark Schlereth?
Mm-hmm.
He's in there as the head coach of the as the football team. But yeah, I got to rewatch it to be sure, man. I remember the first time, and then the last subsequent times I watched it. I don't. The first time I watched it was with you, by the way. FYI,
Mm-hmm.
if you can remember, that was at your house in Chippewa Falls. Uh, but I don't know. We'll see. Let me
Yeah.
watch it
I'm
again.
not
But
saying, I mean, this one I went basically on it wasn't better than the original or worse, but
yeah,
they did good to it and it actually sticked with like we were saying, like Ocean's 8 or Ghostbusters with the
yeah,
women. They weren't just using the name for clout.
correct. Also, too, didn't this one take place in Washington, which made more sense, right? Because like the first Red Dawn was in Colorado, and you think, well, how the fuck did the Russians get all the way into Colorado? There'd be no
Yeah.
fucking way they would do that. Whereas in Washington, yeah, okay, maybe it's
Yeah,
possible. They're
wasn't
right
it
on the
more
coast.
closer to Spokane?
Yeah. So yeah, all right.
Where I could see that, but like, yeah, that's one of the things the original is like, how could they get to all the way to Colorado?
Right, right. Yep. All right.
So,
Well, anyways, there we go. That's what our countdown is. It is the final vinyl countdown. No, I'm kidding. It's what we think, and you're welcome to debate us
hey,
on.
you know what?
Yeah,
This is the first vinyl countdown that we don't have the same.
that's correct. Look at that. Look at that. Even though, Star Trek, you should have had being a Trekker, man. You should
I
have had
know.
that.
I don't know why I did not go with that.
But the thing, that was a tough one too because the original Star Trek movies were amazing. You know what I mean? And then once Picard took over, those were good movies. Star Trek Genesis,
Hmm.
Star Trek, or what was the other one he
And
was in?
then, then,
But
then, then, then the Star Trek TV shows.
right, right, Deep Space
They
Nine,
yeah,
Explorer,
they've never gotten bad.
yeah.
They're just a
So,
spin-off of it, you know.
but I think this one too. Yeah, I don't know. I liked it because it brought back James Kirk, the character James
Hmm.
Tiberius Kirk, as
And the first one, you get to see him more as a kid too.
oh yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
yeah, in the
Just
originals, you
starting
see
off.
little flashbacks here and there, but you never got to see the whole picture at once.
Right. 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 Yep. Absolutely.
All right,
All right.
that's it for this week.
It is.
We have more exciting plans coming
We do.
on down the road. Make sure you like and follow.
A new poll will be going up, and we look forward to hearing back what you have to say. But yeah. Well, alrighty.
We will
That is
catch
what
you
I
next
got.
week. Have a good week
Good, good, good. Good
and
things
like
and only good things.
make sure you spay and neuter your pets.
There you go.
Bob
Alrighty.
Barker.
Peace.
Peace.